What's going on YouTube? It's Barrymore back with another deck profile. Today we are looking at Mastemon and how I'm playing her. This is post BT11, the ban list or the limited list that we got hit with. The one card that got hit, which is actually the best card to get hit for this deck because your worst matchup is Black or Greymon X. Simply because of the Tamer deletion, the Digivolving, the popping 6Ks with the Metal Greymon X. Now with the Greymon X being limited to one, it's a little bit harder for them to go straight into a Metal Greymon, Digivolve your Mastemon, and then go into a Metal Greymon X to delete your 6K Lady Devimon or Angelomon. It was super annoying having to deal with that kind of stuff because it was just like, you know, the deck was super unplayable. It was more like a 20-80% chance of winning, 20% being in your favor, because it was just like it was one-sided pretty much. If the only way you're winning is if they break or they hit like multiple chaos grades in the security. But now with the limited card being in the Greymon X, you have a much better chance of standing up to that kind of deck. Any other decks are pretty much 50-50, like against X-Rose Cross or even Blue Flare or O-Force Vidramon, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get it right into the deck profile. For the babies, I'm running 1 Nyaramon and 4 Demi-Miramon. Demi-Miramon is probably the best egg for purple. On deletion, draw 1, discard 1. There are certain cards you want in your trash in this deck, so this helps filter that and get you that Lucemon Chaosmon in your trash, or whatever you need to put in there for Mastemon to play out. I'm playing 1 Nyaramon. I'm only playing the 5th egg because of matchups like if you're playing against Sekon and the match drags out, you're gonna need that 5th egg. Or if you play against some sort of recovery deck in yellow hybrid or Fani Loop or whatever, it's gonna be a long match. It's gonna drag out. You're gonna need the 5th egg to Digivolve in security or in raising with a Digimon. Other than that, the 4 Demi-Miramons are fine if you just want to play those. Starting up with the rookies, I am playing 4 Ignitemons. Ignitemon, really good rookie, probably the best rookie in the deck. When attacking, you delete one of your Digimon, and then you can delete something on your opponent's side of the field with the same level or lower. This card, I use it. A lot of people use it a lot for the inheritable. They brag about the inheritable being really good, but my thing is when attacking, especially in this deck, sometimes you want to delete some of your Digimon so that you can get their effects. Main example being the Alphanimon Fall Down mode that I'm running here. When you swing in with this, you're deleting a level 6 or lower on their field, and then at the same time, once it's deleted, you're playing a level 4 or lower from it's on deletion. So you're getting a lot of value from just deleting this the Digimon, the Alphanimon with this card, and then making plays out of that. And then you attack, you do a check and you bring out level 4 or whatever. And then the inheritable, when you play Digimon by an effect, you get a memory. So there are times when you go into your Mastemon play and you'll get a Digimon out, this will be underneath it, and you'll gain back a memory because you're playing it by effect. Then you can also do it with if you have a Mirei, you go into a Lady Devimon or an Angelomon, tap the Mirei, summon the opposite, whether it be the Lady Devi or the Angelomon, and you're getting a memory off of this for playing it off an effect on top of the Angelomon or Lady Devimon that you play. If they're the ones that give you a memory, if you play the opposite, you gain 2 memory off of this. Then you DNA, you're back into a new Digimon with Mastemon because all the effects reset, and you're getting another one. So you're basically getting 3 memory off of that. So really solid rookie. I would recommend playing 4 of. I played 2 Floodgates and Gazimon memory blockers. This format, people are playing memory boost like crazy because it's a good way to search your Digimon. It also stops a lot of decks like O-Force, even though they can bounce it. If you have another Digimon on the field and they decide to bounce this one, they're going to leave the other one alone. So it's a good way to get them to bounce the rookie instead of whatever other Digimon you have on the field. Other decks like Blue Flare, they play their blue memory boost, the Blazing. That'll stop them. They're just giving you 5 memory, and then you're playing this out, or if it's in raising already, they can't pop the boost. They have to get rid of it somehow. And Blue Flare, the only way to get rid of the rookies for the most part is with the new level 5 that came out recently to bounce level 3s back to the bottom of the deck. Another level, the last two level 3s that I play are Psychmons, again for the extras matchups or the blue flare, or even if you suspect your opponent's using a Death X, you play this out and they can reduce play cost. This screws over blue flare so much that it's just crazy how much they can't play their deck if you play one of these out. And with purple being able to get Digimon out from the field, especially like in Mastemon, getting them from the trash and putting them on the field, you can play this card over and over if you need to, just to stop them from doing their plays. Well, they can go into their Metal Greymon or whatever, or into their X7, but they're passing you over a lot of memory. Onto the level 4s, we are playing 4 Gatomons, the best level 4 in the deck. Came out from the starter deck. On play, you play for 5, you reveal the top 3, you get a yellow and a purple Digimon. Not one or the other, you get both. So you can get, your Angelmon, your Lady Devimon, or whatever you need to get to continue your plays or to Digivolve into her or on top of her. On your turn, whenever you Digivolve this card into an Archangel, Fallen Angel, or a Fallen Angel, you get to reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. So if you're Digivolving into an Angelmon for 3, you're reducing it by 2. You're going for 1. Really good ways to go into your Funimons, good ways to go into your Mastemons if you have a Mirei, or even if you want to Digivolve into an Angelmon or Lady Devi for 1 and then hard drop it with her inheritable, you get to DNA Digivolve into the Mastemon at the end of your turn. So if you're gonna pass turn, let's say you're at 2, you go for 1, then you drop a Lady Devi or Angelmon for 7. You're gonna be able to do DNA with her inheritable into your Mastemon, delete a Tamer, delete a Digimon, whatever you need to do, whenever you Digivolve into a Mastemon. I am playing 2 Meikumons. Meikumons is still really a solid card and a good option for this deck. Whenever it comes out of security, it gets to be played at the end of the battle. So reveal it from security, battles a Digimon. If they're 4K lower, it dies, and then it comes out of battle, ready for your next turn to Digivolve it into something, or they have to get rid of another Digimon on their turn as well. So if you have a Mastemon on the field and she comes out of security, that triggers her Mastemon's effect to delete a level 4 because she is a level 4 or lower. So a good way to get rid of their bodies, especially if you going into an Angelwoman and you search your security and you know that she's there. So you already know you're gonna get a Digimon out from the field. Or even sometimes whenever you go into a Mastemon and she's in trash and you have nothing else in trash to put her in there, and most likely you'll have another Digimon you can play, and you'll know that you have a Meikumon in there that's going to come out, sooner or later once they attack, and give you another body on the field. Inheritable, if you have a dual color Digimon on top of her, you get 2 memory on deletion. So again, when you have the Ignitemon and let's say you have this on their Funimon, the Meiku, swing with Ignitemon, delete your Funimon, gain 2 memory, and then you get to play level 4, whether it be the Gatomon or even play her. Where you can't play her out, because if you play her off of the Funimon, you won't get the on deletion. It's weird but that's the rules for some reason. So if you want to play out the Gatomon, or even if you want to play a Floodgate out from a Funimon off of that, you can. The last level 4s I play are 2 Devimon for BT11. This Devimon, whenever you have a yellow Digimon or a Tamer on the field, when it comes out, it does get rush and retaliation. So you can play this off of your Mastemons if you're not passing turn, and it gives it rush, so you can swing in the same turn, and it gives it retaliation. So if they have like a level 6 that's suspended, you can swing into it with this and delete it. You get rid of your sacrifice your level 4, but you're deleting a level 6 on their side of the field, or even a level 5, just for nothing pretty much. So a really good card. Onto our level 5s, I'm playing 3 of the BT11 Angelwomans. This Angelwoman on Digivolution, you get to look at your security stack, and then you get to get an Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel from there. So if you're searching for, let's say you need a Lady Devimon because you have a Mirei, but you don't have the Lady Devi in hand and you have the Mastemon in hand, get her from security, and then you have what you need. Same thing if you need to get an Ophanimon or a Mastemon or even the Ordinmon, because they're all angels. So you get to search them with her, and then go on with your plays. But once per turn, if you play a Lady Devimon or a Mirai, you do get a memory back. So let's say you Digivolved over to Gatomon for 1, you were at 3 or 2, whatever. You Digivolve for 1, get a Mirai, get a Lady Devimon, and then you play out the Lady Devimon with Mirai's effect. You're playing the Devimon, the Lady Devi for free, and then you're getting back a memory from off of her, inheritable. So let's say you go to you pass over to 1 over the Gatomon, and then you play the Lady Devimon. You're going back to 0, keeping your turn and doing your place. Inheritable is also very important. It gives all your Archangel, Fallen Angels, or Angels blocker. So if you pass turn over and then you DNA with Gatomon's effect, you will keep blocker if you have the Mastemon on the field. The last level 5 yellow I play is Angelwoman from the starter deck, the Mastemon starter deck. On play, you get -2 security to 1 of your opponent's Digimon. So if you Digivolve into Lady Devi and activate Mirai, and you get to play her, and you get to -2 security 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Really good way to stop them from swinging into your security or even going for game, because you could also get it off of Flame Hellscythe. There are times when they have 2 checks left on their board. You have 1 security. They hit a Flame Hellscythe. This is in your trash. You bring out the Lady Devimon or the Angelwoman, and you -2 security their other Digimon so they can go for game. Good ways to stop them from, like I said, swinging for game. Inheritable, if the Digimon over her is purple, against an extra security, which anything that's over her in this deck would always be purple, whether it be the Fanimon or the Mastemon or even the Ordinmon. You're getting 2 checks off of that, regardless of what Digimon is over her. So really good way to be aggressive and against decks that are putting you in a timer. I do play 3 of the new Lady Devimons from BT11. This one is whenever you Digivolve, you trash your card, and then you can get back an Angel, Fallen Angel, or Archangel from your trash, or a Mirai if you need to get one because you don't have any in hand or you haven't been able to play one. If you are searching for, it's the same thing as the Angelomon, except from security, you're doing it from trash. So if you're searching for a Mastemon, it's in your trash. If you're searching for even an Angelomon, it's in your trash, or even a Fanimon, you can get that with this card. Really good way to get cards that you need, pieces that you're missing, and getting from your trash. The inheritable, or the other effect, when you play an Angelomon or a Mirai, it's the same thing as Angelomon. You gain back a memory. Inheritable, instead of giving your opponent's block or your Angels, Fallen Angels, Archangels blocker, you're giving them retaliation. So if you have these 2, and then you have a Mastemon over or a Fanimon over, that of Fanimon or Mastemon and all your other Angels now have blocker with retaliation. And even if you have this one over them, and let's say your Angels are suspended, your opponent's not going to want to swing into any of your Angels because they don't want their Digimon to die unless they have some sort of protection. So a good way to protect your board and all your Angels that are on the field. Last purple level 5 that I play is a Lady Devimon from BT3. On Digivolution, you draw 2, trash 2. So you're Digivolving, drawing for your Digivolve, then you're drawing 2, and then you're trashing 2. Most of the time, you're going to want to trash something like a Lucemon in your to have them in trash ready for the Mastemon place. Inheritable doesn't come up too much, but if they have a level 3 on the field and you use an option card with whenever you have Mastemon or Fanimon, you get to delete a level 3. So if you're playing Flame Hellscythe, you're -6,000 something, and then you're deleting a rookie if they have it on the field. Doesn't come up as much, like I said, but it can come up sometimes. And it's also a card you want to see early game, because if you're seeing this Lady Devimon, you're most likely not going to have any much in trash. So at least if you see this one, you get to draw from your deck and then trash whatever you want to trash. The last level, the second to last level 5 I play is a Make Crack Vicious mode. This card is still really good in my opinion. It's only a 6-drop, and then on play, you can trash a purple card or a yellow card. If you trash a purple, you get to delete a level 3. If you trash a yellow, you get to -3,000 something on their side of the field. But you can trash a dual color card like Meikumon to get both effects. It's not just one, you get to have both. Inheritable is also the same thing as Meikumon. Is if you have these 2 underneath, you gain 2 memory whenever it gets deleted. So if you have a Funimon, which brings me back to Ignitemon, if you have a Funimon and you have these two underneath it, you're swinging with Ignite, deleting your Funimon, you're getting 4 memory off of this, and then you're playing a level 4 out for free after they gets deleted. So for just a swinging with an Ignitemon, you're getting 4 memory and a level 4 out on the field. Really good card as well. It also can be played off of Flame House because it's a 6K. The last level 5 that I'm playing are 2 Lucamons. Lucamons are very important to blow up Tamers or even a level 6 problematic Digimon that's out in the field. Like, let's say they have an O-Force, right? You DNA Digivolve with your Mastemon. Bring this out, and let's say it's still your turn. You're deleting the O-Force. Even if they have Evade, you're going to swing into it with your Mastemon. So it's a good way to get rid of cards like that. And Tamers that are giving you problems as well. Now onto our level 6s, we're playing 4 Mastemons. You know, I don't see the point of playing 3. There are times where I don't see this card at all and I'm playing 4. So you have to see Mastemon in order to play Mastemon. Because you're playing a Mastemon deck. Why would you not run it at 4? I mean, people say it gets clunky, but I mean, you can draw nothing but level 5s in one turn and your deck, you're still being clunky, right? You want to see this card. When Digivolving, you get to put a Digimon from your trash into your security stack. It doesn't have to be a level 5 or 6 or 4 or 3. It could be anything, even a level 7. Whenever you DNA Digivolve, you get to bring out a level 5 or lower from your security stack. So that's why I say Lucamon is your main target, because he's a level 5 and he's a 12k beater. So you play her with the Mastemon, or you play him with the Mastemon, and then you delete, a Tamer or a level 6 on their field. And now you have a 13k body on the field and a 12k body on the field. Because with her all turns effect, once you play a Digimon by an effect, you get to delete a Digimon on their side of the field with the same level or lower. So you're getting 2 deletions off of Lucamon. There are times where you want to run, you don't have a Lucamon security, so you play the Angelmons or the Make Code, whatever you need to play to progress in your victory. You can even play Floodgates if you need to. I've had times where I'm playing against Blue Flare or Crossheart, and I'm playing a Psychmon off of her effect because I don't want him to, I don't want them to cross and for 1 or 2 memory. I want them to give me the full 7 or whatever it costs X7 to Digicross into. The last level 6s I play are 2 Funimons. A Funimon is just too good in this deck. If you're Digivolving over a yellow source, you're getting and they have a yellow source underneath it, you're getting a recovery. If you Digivolve and they have a purple source underneath, you're getting a deletion. You delete a level 4 or lower on their side of the field. If you have both, yellow and purple, then you get both effects. On deletion, you play out a level 4 from your trash. Most of the time, you're going to want to play the Gatomons, because if you play the Gatomons and you have a Mirai, you search your 3 or whatnot, get your Digimon, Digivolve into an Angelmon or Lady Devimon, tap the Mirai, and then go into the Mastemon from there. Which is why I say do it with Ignitemon, because you're swinging with Ignite. Most likely Ignite's gonna die. Sometimes he doesn't die, which kind of sucks. But when he does, this is already playing you a level 4, getting you ready for a Mastemon play if you have Mirai on the field, or even if you don't have Mirai on the field, just hard drop the opposite Lady Devimon or Angelwoman after Digivolving into one, and then you have a Mastemon that brings back a Lucamon or brings back a Floodgate or brings back an Angelwoman. So really, really good card as well. Level 7, I only play 1 Ordinmon. You don't need more than 1, because you can also get this back with Lady Devimon or Calling from Darkness, because she is a fallen angel. So there are times when you're down to like 1 or no security, and it's your turn. You somehow manage to get a Mastemon out, and then you get the Gatomon out, Digivolve for 1 to Angelmon or Lady Devi, go into a Funimon, and if you pass turn and they have a whole board, you can DNA into this, and then once you DNA, you delete their whole board, most likely their whole board, because you can delete a level 6 or higher, and then all the level 5 or lowers. So the chances of them having multiple level 6s are pretty slim, but there are times where that would happen. But nevertheless, you're going to be deleting their whole board for the most part, and then for each Digimon you deleted, you're recovering a card. So this also helps you get over Blackboard Grays, protection, because let's say you DNA into Maste, bring out the Lucemon, attempt to delete their Digimon, right? Well, it doesn't work because they have X antibody underneath, or they have Greymon X, the OG Greymon X, and then they only have one protection, one layer of protection, whatever. Well, then you go bring him out, you retain turn, go into a Funimon. You don't get the recovery, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter because you go into Ordinmon at the end of the turn with the Gatomon underneath, delete their stack, and then you get the recovery, and then you have a big body Ordinmon on the field that they have to answer. And if they if they Metal Gray to Digivolve this, you make sure you put like an Ophanimon or the Mastemon. Well, most likely you want to put the Mastemon on top, because if they de-Digivolve it and then they just find a way to destroy her, you at least get a level 4 out of it. So, really good card. On deletion, if they find a way to delete it, you get to trash the security and then bring her back out. So not only is she annoying, but she's a 15k beater, level 7, that can keep coming back over and over and over as long as you have security in your cards in your security. So it's really annoying for them to get rid of it. The only way they can get rid of it is if they bounce it back to your deck hand or put it in security stack. On to the Tamers, I play 4 Mireis. Mireis are the best thing to come out of BT11 for this deck, or the best thing to come out of for this deck ever, because it is a 5-drop, and when you're going up against decks that destroy Tamers, like mostly just black or gray, they destroy it. It's hard for you to play it for 5 because they're going to just you're living in fear that they're going to destroy it the next turn. So it's hard for you to just drop it and give them 4 or 3 or 5 or whatever memory you're giving them. But with the limit of the Greymon X, it's a little harder for them to go straight into a black or gray, or play whatever they need to do to destroy this. So it's a little bit safer for now for you to be able to do this, to just drop it for 5. But anyways, at the start of your turn, Mirei always gives you 1 memory no matter what. So as soon as you start, they put you to 2, you go to 3. They put you to 4, you go to 5. Whatever. You're getting an extra memory. And then her main effect on your turn, as I explained earlier, when you Digivolving into an Angelwomon or a Lady Devimon, and they're the only Digimon on the field, they have to be the only Digimon on the field, you can tap her to play the opposite. So if you're going into Angelwomon, you can play the Lady Devimon. If you're going to Lady Devimon, you play the Angelwomon for free. And then from there you can do your Mastemon plays or whatever you need to do from that effect. So it's an extremely good effect. You really only want to see 1 on the field. Anything else that comes out of security or whatnot, it's just a bonus. You don't really need to play more than 1 unless you have no other plays and you're let's say you're at 2 and they have a memory tamer and you have nothing else to do, just drop this, you give them 3 anyways. Next turn you get an extra 2 memory because you have 2 Mireis or 3 or 4. So easy way to get memory at the beginning. It's just super expensive to drop, so that's why you really only just want to play 1 whenever you can. As soon as you get this card in your hand, try to play it out as fast as possible. The other 2 Tamers, I don't play Karis, I don't play TKs, I play analog use. There are times where you want to see cards in trash, especially if you have this in your hand. You get to mill analog use, and hopefully you mill something that you don't like and that you want to trash, like a Lucemon, and then you get to pick up a card like a Mastemon. So you reveal the top 3 on play, you get 1 Digimon, and you trash the remaining cards. Sometimes, yes, you'll trash an option card or a Mirei or whatever. Mirei is not too important because you can always get it back with Lady Devimon if you need to. But it does feed your trash for things that you need in there. For Mastemon, bring out Lucemon, or even if it's just another level 5 that she needs to bring out, analog use helps feed the trash. Another cool play I like to do with this is with the Ignitemon and Ophanimon. You delete the Ophanimon, and let's say you have Meiku or Maecrack or even both, you're getting back 4 memory off of them, 1 off of analog use, because whenever you delete, whenever a Digimon on your side of the field is deleted that's level 5 or higher and it has sources, you tap analog use, and if you're raising the Ignitemon on the same turn with the Ophanimon on the field and you delete her, you can hatch an egg, so you can start a whole new stack for next turn. Instead of having to wait for next turn to hatch an egg, you could do it that same turn and get ready for a follow-up. So on top of getting a memory, you're hatching and then you're searching and then trashing whatever new sources that need to be in the trash. So another reason why I don't like running Kari, because I feel like Kari or even TK does the same thing as Angelwomon for the most part. So you already kind of got a built-in TK in Angelwomon, and then Kari really just, whenever you play Mastemon, you just get a memory. It's not too important. I mean, the memory is not, to me, memory is not that, it's not that it's not important, but it's just like not that crucial, I guess, because you're, especially if you have the Mirai, she gives you plenty of memory, and she gives you the ability to play Devimons, or Lady Devimons, or Angelwomons for free, so I like running the analog use. Onto our options, I played the main option card that everyone hates because it's so OP, Chaos Degrade. Nothing can stop this card besides Yuya and Congo, and I think there's one more, but I forgot what. But this card coming out of security, or War Greymon, I guess, and Delicate Plan from BT1. But this card coming out of security is super, like, it's annoying. That's what it is. Even when I play against Mastemon myself, this card, you're always living in fear that when you're checking in security against a Mastemon deck, you're gonna hit one of these. And most of the time, they have at least one in there because of all the recovery we're doing, and all the, you can check your security, so you can already know that you have this in there for the most part. And it's just super annoying to deal with. Main, place one of your opponent's Digimon face down at the bottom or the top of their security stack, and if you do, you trash the top. So if they have I don't know, level 6 or level 5 or even 4, whatever, they hit this, you will, in security, when they hit this, you don't trash the card, but you put the card that one of their Digimon in their security. But if you're playing it from your hand, you're trashing a security card, the top of their security, after putting their Digimon on top or bottom. So you can see why it's super annoying. It does cost 8, but it gets rid of any problematic Digimon on the field that isn't immune to option cards, or, like I said, unless they play Congo, but no one plays Congo anymore. And if they do, I mean, then, they text for it, because this is a super annoying card. The other option cards I play are Flame Hellscythe. I only played 2. Some might argue that it's not that good in this format. I mean, it's still a good card no matter what, because you're playing it for 6, you're minus 6,000 something, and then you're playing a level 4 or lower on the field. It's still a really good card, especially in security. It's okay. I just run it at 2 because I like seeing it. Nothing too special about it. I played 2 Memory Boost, Purple Memory Boost. Pretty standard. Reveal the top 4 cards, get a purple Digimon, and then bottom deck the rest. And then on delay, you put it in your battle area for use for the next turn, gain 2 memory. Pretty self-explanatory. Play 1 Calling from Darkness. This is limited to 1, so you can only play 1, but you really don't. If I could, I'd play that 2 because it's still a good card, but I don't want to play more than 2. But I'm forced to play 1 because it's limited. But anyways, on main, you delete one of your Digimon, and you can return up to 2 purple Digimon from your trash. So this comes up a lot if you're playing against Blue Flare and your board is stunned. If you need to delete a Fanimon or a Mastemon or anything on the field, so you don't keep too many Digimon on the field, so they can keep stunning your board, you play this and you get back 2 cards from your trash to do stuff in raising. Or if you're having a Fanimon, play out a Gatomon, go into your Mastemon place if you have a Mirai out, then you can freely attack again, or even destroy their Tamer with a Lucemon. Really good card, and I can see why it's limited, but I wish it wasn't. And then the final card that I play is a 1 Demonic Disaster. Again, for decks against Blue Flare, just to delete your Digimon on the field, and then you can restand one of your Digimon. So that's a good way to go for game. So you can delete the Fanimon, you can delete a Mastemon, Devimon or whatever, to restand the other one that survived the check, pretty much. Most of the time you're gonna want to swing with Mastemon. Hopefully you have the Angelwomon that gives a check +1, and then you can restand her to do another 2 checks, and that way you can be super aggressive against your opponent with this card. And then from security, whatever gets checked, you just play a level 3. So Sometimes you'll play a Gazimon or a Psychmon, and then have a Floodgate on the field, so they can't gain memory or reduce play cost. So it's a pretty good tech card to have in this deck. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the deck profile. Really like this deck a lot, and I'm really glad. Not too much for the Blackboard players, but I'm glad that it got limited. The Greymon X got limited because it gives this deck a little bit more of a fighting chance against decks like that, or that deck specifically. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the deck. Until next time.